Hey, what's going on, Libra? This is Brandon over at I'm Well Intuitive, here to do your Weekend Vibes energy reading for July 19th. This is just going to be a little bit of advice to help you guys maybe navigate these waters and get to some clear shores. The way we're going to do it is we're going to do 2 cards for the single Libra out there, 2 cards for the married or coupled up Libra. You don't have to necessarily be married, but if you're in a serious relationship, we're going to do 2 cards for you, and then we're going to do 2 cards for the Libra that finds themselves maybe a little bit in between, not really sure of which way they stand for whatever reason. We're going to do one for you too, but like I like to tell the other signs, you guys are all Libras, so take the information as it goes, as it applies. It should all flow for you guys, because like I said, you guys are all kind of the same. Doesn't matter what your actual, status is, I guess. But you guys, oh, there we are. All right, so for my single Libra out there, we're going to be communicating this weekend. We're going to exercise that throat chakra, but in positive ways, in ways that bring out that beautiful side of Libra that shows the balance of your scales. We're going to want to keep our communication honest and clear. That way we don't cause any unnecessary confusion with anybody else or within ourselves. So if you've been single for some time and you just want to get out there and put yourself out there, make sure that you're not being a wallflower and just sitting by the bar ordering drinks. Let's make sure that we're having a conversation with somebody. Maybe you'll say something that you might find a little bit embarrassing, but they'll get a kick out of it. So let's make sure that we're communicating in any way that we can so that you show your beautiful self this weekend. All right, Libra? Oh, we're staying with throat chakra energy. We're going to use willpower. We're going to use our will to crawl through this desert and get to that island. We're going to get to the shore of this. We're going to navigate these waters, and we're going to do that by being brave, slow and steady. Let's not rush anything. If maybe you've been single for a while and you just can't wait to be in a relationship, don't rush it. Wait for it to develop for you. More than likely, the universe is setting things up so that you are going towards your payoff. You just have to be patient enough to see it through. You have to be brave enough to take those steps and crawl and crawl and crawl until you reach your destination, because that's where you're going to get there. You're not going to stumble and fall, and you're going to do that by communicating clearly. If you've had your eye on somebody maybe and you haven't really said anything to them, you're still in the friend zone, take yourself out of it by saying something a little slick this weekend maybe. Let's make sure that we're using that throat chakra to be appealing this weekend, okay, Libra? I know you guys can talk sometimes, so let's make sure that we're using that communication to draw in those around us, okay? Not push away. Let's not push away people with our words this weekend, all right, Libra? For you married ones out there, you coupled up ones, you don't necessarily have to be tied down, but you do have to be in a serious relationship, or you don't have to be, but let's make sure that we're paying attention to our dreams this weekend. This is third eye energy, so you might have a message that's going to be very clearly delivered to you via a dream this weekend. So let's pay attention to what those dreams are speaking and saying. If you've been having trouble within your relationship, your dream is going to reveal something to you that maybe you hadn't paid attention to, or an aspect of your waking life that you might need to draw your attention to. So let's make sure we're paying attention to those dreams and really being keen on the information that's being transmitted to us from the divine. But that is third eye energy. That is information coming straight to you from the divine. So be open to that guidance, be open to that consciousness, because that's going to be big for you, especially if you've been having troubled waters within your relationship, okay? And we're going to stick with that communication. We're going to stick with that throat chakra energy and make sure that you're not being the cause of any conflicts or any arguments this weekend. If you can, be the voice of reason, be the butter on the bread that makes it all smooth out. Be the conductor of the orchestra this weekend, so that you're making beautiful music, or that you yourself aren't presenting that energy out into your environment. That way that you're not the cause of it, you're not the problem. You might need to talk to them about something that's going on with them, and you might need to use that third eye energy to see what it is that you need to talk with your partner about. Okay? That's going to be big for my Libras this weekend, apparently, is communicating clearly, honestly, and being understanding of your partner a bit too. You're going to have to, like I said, if for some of you, something is going to be revealed to you in your dreams, and it's probably going to be either something against you or your partner that you might need to come to terms with and really start to try to resolve. Okay? For you in-betweeners out there, maybe we're doing a bit of self-work this weekend. This is crown energy. So this is connecting to that divine consciousness. Like I said, maybe something is going to come to you guys in a dream. Maybe it'll be a conversation that you have. But the universe is trying to speak to you. The source is trying to give you a bit of data to crunch on. So let's make sure that we're opening our mind to receive that energy. Like I said, it could come from a conversation that needs to be had if you're in a complicated situation to where you don't know where you stand with somebody. Maybe you need to use your third eye vision to see to the root of a problem and maybe figure out if you even need to be a part of that anymore. Maybe you need to go ahead and hop over to the single side, or maybe you need to go ahead and press the gas and tell this person, hey, I'm tired of being a big question mark in your life. All right, so let's use that crown energy to receive your guidance and really make a good decision about where you stand in your life or what you're doing with it. If you're kind of that playing the field Libra out there, then you're going to want to do a little bit of self-work this weekend. Maybe you don't want to be the life of the party this weekend, and maybe just take it in for the weekend, and maybe just do some quiet meditation or some rebuilding on your own. But that's going to be big for you guys, is paying attention to what the universe is trying to say to you this weekend, and it's apparently trying to say a lot. There is apparently a good conversation that the universe is trying to have with you right now. So let's make sure that we're opening our ear, all of ourselves, to receive that information. Okay. Also for Libra, we're sticking with the throat chakra energy here with being open, honest, clear, and creative with your communication. You don't want to get bogged down in something that is bringing you down. You know, you don't want to get pulled into the quicksand. Okay, so like let's make sure that we're using our passion, like we're using our passion of expression to make sure that we're coming across clearly to anybody that we might be communicating with this weekend. Okay, and that's gonna bring it might bring in that crown guidance that you're kind of directed towards. From what I can tell, my Libras out there, that you're gonna get something directly from the divine this weekend, as long as you're communicating open, honestly, and beautifully. I get the feeling that you're going to be gifted with something that's going to be beautiful for you, as long as you're willing to put in the communicative work to make it happen. Okay, so let's be talkative a bit this weekend, Libra. Let's use that beautiful voice of yours to make people open up to you a little bit, if things have been a little bit secretive maybe. So yeah, let's talk it up this weekend, but talk beautifully, talk poetically. Don't be harsh with your words. Don't be judgmental. Don't be anything that brings you into a low vibe state. And if you sense it, if you start to feel it, immediately use that mind energy, that crown energy, to raise yourself above it, and then get back to communicating harmoniously. Okay, using sound to your advantage. All right. That's all I have for you for now. I hope you guys have a safe, fun weekend. I'll see you next week with your weekly energy reads. So peace out. Namaste.